Welcome to a gentle conversation about finding true contentment and joy. After decades of living, learning, and experiencing life's many seasons, there's something deeply comforting about discovering that happiness isn't as complicated as it may have once seemed. For the next few minutes, let us explore 5 heartfelt truths that can completely transform how you experience joy and peace in your mature years. These aren't quick fixes or trendy solutions that come and go. These are timeless insights that, once embraced with an open heart, can lead to the kind of lasting peace and authentic happiness that feels like coming home to yourself. Now, many people in their golden years find themselves wondering why contentment sometimes feels just out of reach. Despite having tried so many different paths over the years, this warm exploration gently reveals how accepting certain beautiful realities about life actually opens the door to living more freely and joyfully than ever before. Think of this as sitting down with a dear friend who understands the journey and wants to share some wisdom that can make the road ahead even brighter. The first truth begins here, and how liberating this one can be might come as a surprise. People are not the center of everyone's attention. This might sound obvious, but consider how often people worry about what others think of their choices, appearance, or mistakes, even after decades of living. Many people spend considerable energy imagining that others are constantly watching and judging every move, whether it's at the community center, the doctor's office, or family gatherings. People replay embarrassing moments over and over, convinced that everyone else is doing the same. The beautiful reality is this: most people are far too busy managing their own lives, health concerns, and family responsibilities to obsess over someone else's. That thing you told the pharmacist last week that you remember as being so awkward, the person standing nearby who overheard it has probably forgotten it completely. They're dealing with their own medical appointments, grandchildren's schedules, and daily routines. This understanding is incredibly freeing, especially for those who have spent years worrying about judgment. When you stop worrying about constant judgment, you can finally be yourself after all these years. So, like many people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, you may find that as you grow older, you can wear clothes that make you feel comfortable. Share honest opinions gained from your life experience, and pursue interests that bring joy in your retirement years. The fear of being watched and evaluated causes many people to hide in the shadows, even when they have decades of wisdom to share. The truth is, people notice far less than anyone imagines. And when they do notice authentic behavior, they often respect the confidence that comes with age. Starting small works best. Doing this can be transformative, whether it's taking that art class, joining a walking group, or expressing opinions at the senior center. Maybe it's trying a new hairstyle, joining a book club, or sharing thoughts on topics gained through years of experience. Most people discover that the reaction is much less dramatic than they feared, and often find others appreciate their authentic approach. The second truth can be difficult to accept, but it's essential for finding peace in later life. It's that life isn't always fair. Yes, life can be tough, but people can adapt, especially after witnessing decades of life's ups and downs. This reality touches everyone at different points in their journey, particularly those who have lived long enough to see patterns emerge. On the one hand, good things sometimes happen to difficult people. And on the other hand, kind souls sometimes face unexpected challenges like health issues, loss of loved ones, or financial setbacks in their golden years. Hard work throughout a career doesn't always guarantee the comfortable retirement people hoped for. Sometimes timing, luck, or circumstances beyond anyone's control play bigger roles than people would like to admit, especially those who followed all the traditional life rules. Accepting this doesn't mean becoming passive or that you stop caring about justice. This means recognizing where to focus precious energy. This is particularly important as people have fewer years ahead than behind. Dwelling on life's unfairness is like carrying a heavy suitcase everywhere. It's exhausting for anyone, but especially draining for those managing the natural changes that come with aging. This weighs people down and prevents them from moving forward effectively in their remaining active years. Instead, two powerful questions work well when setbacks occur, whether it's a health diagnosis, loss of a spouse, or other life changes common in later years. One is, what can I learn from this situation? The other question is, what is the next best step forward that I can take? This shift transforms you from feeling like a victim of circumstances to becoming someone who adapts and grows stronger through challenges. Resilient people don't waste time asking, why me? They understand that life's difficulties are part of the human experience. They channel energy into finding solutions and making the best of their current situation, often becoming inspiring examples for younger generations. Consider the challenges you've already overcome throughout your lifetime. You have likely developed strength and wisdom through raising a family, building your career, facing loss, and navigating countless life transitions. Each difficulty taught you something valuable about resilience and what truly matters in life. The same will be true for future challenges, with the added benefit of decades of experience you have to draw upon. The third truth relates to relationships and social connections, which are particularly important when you're entering new life phases. Not everyone will like everyone, and that's perfectly okay. It's especially liberating to realize this after years of trying to please others. This reality can sting because people are naturally wired to seek acceptance from others, often spending decades worrying about approval from neighbors, extended family, or social circles. But trying to please everyone is not only exhausting, it's impossible. Consider your favorite comfort food from childhood. No matter how much you treasure those familiar flavors, someone else will dislike them completely. The same principle applies to personality and character. Compatibility isn't universal. When people accept that not everyone will connect with them, something wonderful happens in their mature years. They stop diluting their authentic selves to win approval from people who might never appreciate the real them anyway. Instead, they can focus their energy on building meaningful relationships with people who genuinely value their life experience and wisdom. Quality relationships bring far more satisfaction than numerous shallow connections built on people-pleasing. Paying attention to how different relationships make you feel becomes especially important in later life when energy is more precious. Some people energize you and leave you feeling uplifted after coffee dates or family visits. Others consistently drain your energy or make you feel like you need to perform or pretend. That's exhausting for anyone, but particularly difficult for those managing health changes or life transitions. Investing more time in relationships that feel natural and supportive works well, especially for those building new social circles after retirement or loss. Setting gentle but firm boundaries with connections that regularly leave you feeling depleted helps protect your valuable energy. This doesn't mean being unkind to difficult family members or longtime acquaintances. This simply means being selective about where your emotional energy gets invested, which is crucial wisdom for those in their golden years. Remember, the people who truly matter in life will love and respect the authentic you. The fourth truth addresses one of life's most consistent experiences. To put it simply, change is inevitable. So you might as well embrace it, especially as you may have already navigated major life transitions like career changes, empty nesting, or becoming grandparents. Throughout life, change arrives regularly, often without warning, and this becomes more apparent with age and experience. Children grow up and move away, creating quiet houses that once buzzed with activity. Careers evolve or end, leading to retirement transitions that can feel overwhelming. Health situations shift, requiring new routines and adaptations. Long-established communities change as old neighbors move away and familiar businesses close. Fighting against change is like standing in a flowing river and trying to stop the water. But when you embrace change as a natural part of life, something remarkable happens. You develop resilience and adaptability that help you navigate uncertainty with more confidence and less stress. Change often reveals hidden strengths and capabilities you didn't know you possessed. This pushes people out of routines that may have become limiting and opens doors to new experiences and opportunities, whether it's travel, volunteering, or pursuing delayed dreams. Many of life's most meaningful moments come through transitions people initially didn't want, such as becoming caregivers, adjusting to physical limitations, or finding new purpose after retirement. Instead of viewing change as a threat, seeing it as a teacher works better. Each transition offers lessons about you, your priorities, and what you are truly capable of handling. Keeping a simple journal during times of change helps. This is particularly valuable for those managing multiple transitions, which is common in later life. Writing down what you learn and how you grow through the experience is valuable. It creates a record of resilience and adaptation that you can look back on proudly. People often discover that changes they initially resisted led to some of their most fulfilling experiences. Whether it was moving to a retirement community, downsizing homes, or adjusting to new family dynamics. Change becomes less frightening when you trust in your ability to adapt and find new possibilities within new circumstances. Your confidence grows stronger with each successfully navigated transition. The fifth and final truth is perhaps the most empowering of all, especially for those who have learned through decades of experience what truly matters. Happiness is a choice people make daily. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. This means deciding to focus on what's working in life alongside what needs improvement. This is a skill that often develops through years of practice. Happiness isn't something that happens to people based on external circumstances. You can probably think of many people you have seen over the years for whom material success didn't guarantee contentment. The truth is, happiness is something people actively choose through small, daily decisions. These choices might include noticing something to be grateful for each morning, perhaps watching grandchildren play, or appreciating a beautiful sunrise. It comes from choosing kindness over criticism when talking to yourself. This is especially important for those dealing with physical changes or who may be comparing themselves today to their younger selves. Happiness is the gift you give yourself when you choose to find moments of joy even during difficult periods, such as visits to the doctor, managing chronic conditions, or grieving losses. It comes from looking for beauty in ordinary moments, whether it's flowers blooming in the garden or a friendly conversation with a neighbor. Circumstances certainly influence your mood, but they don't have to control your overall sense of well-being. People facing challenging situations like health issues, financial concerns in retirement, or loneliness can still find contentment and peace. Meanwhile, those with seemingly perfect lives, including good health and financial security, can feel miserable if they haven't learned to appreciate what they have. Starting each day by identifying 3 things to be grateful for works well, no matter how small. Whether it's your morning coffee, a phone call from family, or simply waking up pain-free. This simple practice trains your mind to notice positive aspects of life that might otherwise be overlooked. Complications such as health scares, family difficulties, or financial worries are common in later life. When they arise, what helps to navigate these difficulties is looking for hidden opportunities they might contain. The choice to focus on possibilities rather than limitations is always available. These 5 truths might feel uncomfortable at first, but they hold incredible power to transform your experience of life. Accepting that people aren't the center of attention frees you to be authentically yourself after years of worrying about others' opinions. Understanding that life isn't always fair helps you focus energy on what can actually be controlled. Knowing that not everyone will like you allows for building genuine, meaningful relationships, which is especially important for those creating new social circles or deepening existing bonds in their golden years. Embracing change opens you to growth and new possibilities you might never have imagined, and choosing happiness daily puts you in charge of your own well-being and contentment. This is empowering for those who want to make their remaining years their most fulfilling. The path to genuine happiness isn't about avoiding life's realities. It is about embracing them and using them as stepping stones to greater freedom, resilience, and joy in the years ahead. Taking one small step today toward embracing whichever truth calls most powerfully to you can bring big rewards. Whether it's joining that senior center activity you've been thinking about, having an honest conversation with family, or simply practicing daily gratitude, your future self will appreciate your courage to face reality and create positive change as you make the most of your golden years. Remember, personal growth happens one choice at a time, and it's never too late to embrace these truths that can transform the later chapters of your life. You have far more control over your happiness and peace of mind than you might realize. It all starts with accepting these powerful truths about life and letting them guide you toward authentic joy and contentment in the years that matter most. If these ideas resonated with you, and you're ready to further explore ways to enhance the peace and joy you experience at this stage of life, watch this video next.